Hey guys, welcome to Video Game Corner. It's me, Jason, and today I'm going to be doing a vlog. Freddy also might show up in the middle of this, so I'll just tell him to come in and maybe he can say hi to everybody. So, we'll see. He said he's coming over today, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, not much going on. Well, actually more going on than usual. I started walking again this morning. I walked my girlfriend to work, and it's about a 1 2/3 round trip, so it's not too bad. So I did that this morning. I was having trouble breathing on the way in, but it wasn't like my lungs. It was like when I take a deep breath, it hurts so bad. My body hurts. But once I got there, I was warmed up and my painkillers had started kicking in. So on the way back, I was okay. So it was pretty good. I felt pretty good after. I'm always energized if I walk in the morning. Sorry if I'm talking a little funny. My tongue is all ripped up from a tooth back here that's all jagged. That I stuck a file in my mouth and started filing the tooth down, and that helped a lot. But the tongue still is healing, so I can't talk too well. Because the tooth's dead. It's not like it's an old tooth. It's just all screwed up. It's been falling apart for years, and I can't afford a dentist. You know, it's funny. I'm on disability, but they have no dental. They have medical, kinda. They have Medicare, and it's not very good. I found out, but they don't have any kind of dental, and it's like not like I can go get a job to get dental. It's kind of like I'm caught in a catch-22 for a disease that's not even my fault. So, it sucks. But, I live with it. I deal with it as I can. Tasted funny, putting a file in my mouth. That really, the taste is the worst. I didn't mind filing the tooth. That didn't hurt or anything. Can you imagine if it did? Oh. But, I keep thinking of that Castaway where Tom Hanks takes that ice skate and rock and just bashes his tooth out. I'm like, oh. But you do some crazy stuff when you're in pain. But yeah, otherwise, there's not much else going on. I'm working on some videos. I got in the mail, I got the Dark Souls art book. So I was thinking of doing a video showing it, so I don't want to show too much. I'm going to do like a close-up video showing all the different art in it, but it's got some real beautiful stuff in here, and it's got articles. They've had this book out for a while, but in January they just released it in English, just last month, or 2 months ago now. But it's so cool. It's just got such beautiful artwork, and then it's got interviews in the back. Here's the 4 shields that were contest winners. You guys can see them. You see there. There we go. So that's pretty cool. I decided that when they do Dark Souls 3 or the next Souls game, and if they have another contest, I'm gonna enter. So that'll be cool. And then there's the bear armor that I like that they took out of the game right there. I think they should have left that. I thought that was pretty bitchin' myself. But yeah, the art of this, they have some really nice paintings in the beginning of the different characters. So if you're into fantasy, even if you're not into Dark Souls, the book itself is beautiful. It's got some beautiful stuff in it. And it's a really nice book. I paid like $33 for it, so it wasn't very much. It was definitely worth the money. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 is coming out next Tuesday in a week, so I'm pretty excited. Counting the days. So I also ordered a capture device. I said I was going to do a blind playthrough for the Dark Souls 2, but I don't think I'm going to get my capture device in time. So, and I'm not going to wait to play it, obviously. So maybe I'll do some sort of playthrough. May not be my first one for Dark Souls 2 because I just didn't get the capture device in time. But sorry, I tried. But I'll still be, won't be all that good at the second game with the second playthrough of the third because, it takes some time to really get used to these games because I hear it's completely different. than the first game. Not completely, but a lot of it, like a lot of the things have changed. Silvermont, one of the guys who I watch, who does a Dark Souls channel, was saying that, because he was one of the contest winners for the Parma Phoenix Shield, and he was saying that his muscle memory kicked in playing Dark Souls 2 because they had him come up there and play it for a few hours. He said he kept getting killed. It was just totally different style, and he had to adapt to it. So I think we're all going to be adapting to it, all of us players. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on. I have a doctor's appointment that morning, which kind of sucks, but I'm either going to, it's at 11, so 10 o'clock I'm going to go get the game, but the Titanfall comes out that day too, because I asked GameStop, I asked my buddy Lorenzo, I said, you guys having a Dark Souls release at midnight? He says, I don't think so. Nobody's ordering it. And I'm like, that's weird because it's so big. But this is Porterville, it's a different type of town, but I'm wondering if they're going to do a Titanfall release. And I'm going to go ask the manager, Lee, because I know them all. I know all the guys up there. I'm going to go ask Lee if I can come up, if they're doing a Titanfall, if I can come up and pick up my Dark Souls at midnight too. Maybe he'll let me. And then I'll have it, you know, and then I won't have to. I don't want to take it to the doctor's office, and because I'm taking it in because I'm spending $120 and I don't want to leave it in my old van. Plus I want to, you know, look at it. So then I'll show it to you guys when I get back. I'll show everything in the set, because I got the collector's set with the statue and the art book. So we'll see what happens, see what I can do with it. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a couple different playthroughs. I ended up, if you guys listened to the podcast yesterday, Robert and I were talking about they have a sale going on for the Wolf Among Us season pass and Walking Dead Season 2 season pass. So he and I both bought it last night, and I was thinking about doing maybe a walkthrough of those, something like that. I like these kinds of games. You know, I like to maybe show this. See, I've been playing Skyrim all weekend, and I was getting back into it, and I started a new character, and I'm actually getting into it a little bit more this time because I'm building him differently. And I was thinking that I would never do. I don't think I could ever do a playthrough of that because it would be way too long. And some guys sit down and do playthroughs of Skyrim, and I'm just like, that's just too much. Just too much. It's probably a lot of editing because you're doing a lot of running, fighting little rinky-dink enemies on the way. But it's pretty fun. I'm a little bit, you know, the main story, I'm about probably 15% into the main story. I've been doing other things and building my character. It's not the same. The combat in there is not what I'm used to in Dark Souls. Dark Souls, the combat's beautiful. And Demon Souls. Combat in this is just like, you just hit a button. You're just hitting attack. Just the square button. And you're just attacking, and that's all you do. And you just swipe, and I can't figure out any other attacks that I know of. So, I don't know if there's more attacks. Maybe you guys can tell me. I know there's a block button, but I'm using a two-handed greatsword, so, which is pretty powerful. I got it built up to like 40. The sword's at like 40 something, almost 50. It's 48, I think, is where it's at. And I've been doing some upgrades into it, and I have it upgraded to Superior, which is I sharpened to Superior. So try and do what I can. And I also have an Elf greatsword, but I can't do Elf armoring yet. But I'm getting close. So I like the whole blacksmithing thing. I think that's fun in that game, because I want to do blacksmithing in real life. I want to learn how to do it. So. But yeah, it's pretty much all that's going on. Like I said, I spent the weekend cleaning the living room. I promised my girlfriend I'd clean the house from top to bottom so I could play Dark Souls for 4 days and be left alone without anyone thinking that I'm just being a bum sitting around the house. Well, any more than usual. But but yeah, so I made her that deal. So for like 4 days, oh, I'm getting a text message. I'm so popular, I forgot to turn my phone off. Who is it? It's my girlfriend. Oh, yeah, she's telling me something I already knew. But that's what they do, don't they? And yeah, she's great. Anyway, so I, ow. Sorry, it's really hurting to talk. Where was I? So yeah, I promised her I'd clean the entire house, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean it up, and I even like organized drawers that we've been meaning to do, and I'm fixing a drawer that I'm actually in my daughter's dresser. I'm rebuilding. It's an old dresser from like the 50s. That was my dad's actually. So I'm rebuilding a drawer. I actually had to redo the bottom piece of the drawer. I had to take it to my landlord and he cut it for me because I don't have a circular saw, so he cut it real quick. I drew on it and marked it, and he just cut it because I have all my tools, but they're all in storage, and I live in an apartment, so we went out front and cut it. And so I got that set up, so now I can just assemble it and glue it and nail it and all that. And because I did another drawer on that, but the thing's so old, so you have drawers are starting to come apart just because of age, and yeah. And they never glued it. They never put any wood glue. That's what I did on it, because it's just sturdier when you do it that way. So, yeah, we have that. If you guys haven't heard the podcast, give it a listen to. You know, we talk about different things. People seem to like it so far, from what I can tell. I'm a completely different person on the podcast than I am here. I'm more my real self on the podcast than I am here. I'm more toned down here because this is a different... I'm talking about a subject. In there, I'm just... feels like more like I'm talking with my buddy Robert, and you know, it's different. So anyway, yeah, I'll leave a link to the new episode of the podcast in the description. So that's all that's really going on. There's really not much going on. I'm just waiting on my capture device. I'm waiting for next week to happen so I can so I can play Dark Souls 2. The new season of Vikings started. I'm gonna start doing my I know I do my weekly Walking Dead recap. I'm gonna add Vikings to it, so I don't do like a bunch of different recaps, so it doesn't become a recap show. So I have a recap episode's fine, but it's gonna be the different shows put together, and I'm gonna try to consolidate the information down some more. So, but I did really enjoy the Walking Dead and Vikings, the new season of Vikings, so that was pretty good. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to stop talking because it's hurting like hell. I wish my tongue would heal because the side of it's all ripped up from when that tooth broke the other day. And then I put some putty on it, then I filed it down, and it's helping, but it's still hurting because it's, you know, tongues are funny. They heal, but they hurt like hell when they do. They heal fast. But anyway, so this is Video Game Corner, and I'm Jason, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.